Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Hope y'all all had a great weekend. I did. Busy, but great. I'm looking through my fabric here on the bottom. For the fabric that I'm looking for is hiding. All right, today we're gonna do a craft that I'm gonna do it beachy, but I'm gonna show you how to do it for the 4th also. That way you can just change it up. Hey, when you jump on, make sure you say hey and where you're from. Hey, Debbie from West Virginia. Hey, Rosemary. Deborah. Let me turn my chat off on here. And yes, I did not wear a hat today, so I am sunburned. Hey, Carol from Utah. Hey, Mary Lou from North Georgia. Helen from Georgia. Gina from Georgia. Or Jeannie. Let's see. Cindy from Indiana. Joyce from Ohio. Beach is me. Yes, Lynn, you will love this one. Okay. All right. What I did was I needed something, and I went to the Dollar Tree today, the one that I did the video in that was so good, and it has moved to a super Dollar Tree. So that means there are things in there that are $5 and things in there that are $3. I knew it was coming soon, I'd heard, but I did not realize that would be one of them. And they had all the beach stuff. Of course, I missed the little tiny, what do you call them, like ornament size, different things. Missed those. But I was able to grab some other things. You said it right the first time, Gina. Okay, good. Diane from Indiana, Kathy, good evening to you too. Janet Smith from Tennessee. All right, even us. Yeah, even your scalp is, yeah, probably where my part is, yes. Well, you know, I came in and I was so covered in just, my feet were tractor feet again, and so tired, so sunburned, so I had to wash the gray out my hair. So I said, while I'm soaking, I know I'm gonna be in there a while. I was so tired, I had to take a bath before I could get in the bath. I was so gross. But Chris and I got all our plants planted, got our French drains. Now we have to like tarp it, irrigate it, and we will finish that tomorrow. And all right, I bought this placemat because I feel like the way it looks kind of like water, so we're going to use it tonight in our background. I got both of these at the Dollar Tree, but we're going to actually cut these up and make them a little dimensional. And I needed a big enough piece. Yes, a big enough piece to. I want to paint a sunset on it to put our sailboat on it. All right, Kathy, caught me live. I'm so glad. Hey, Sin from South Carolina. How are you? Mary, South Carolina. How are you? Sin, bless whoever that was sneezing. Whoever sneezed, Buffy, somebody said bless you. They said both did because they're both in there cooking and they love pepper. You can't hardly eat their food because they put so much darn pepper on it, and when they cook with it, they sneeze the whole time. Thank you, Rosemary. If you're not a member of Sin's Crafters, please hit the button that she just put on your screen. You don't have to fill out any kind of questionnaire or anything. I accept everybody. I'm going to keep these two little hearts. I'm going to put these two together, y'all. And I'm going to use these shims. I'm out of paint sticks, little paint sticks. I have big ones, but I don't want to waste them on that. Okay, y'all, it's all the way over here. That's strong. All right, so I'm on the thin side. I'm just going to cut them down. These are pretty light, but just to make sure, we're probably going to use 3. All right, let me grab some glue sticks. Carol from Arkansas got my gift. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. I use a lot of pepper too. My kids make fun of me. I like peppers, but not pepper in my food like they do now. I'm a salt lover. But yeah, that's a little strong. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat. Yeah, that's strong.
I'm trying. I didn't realize.
He's opening the doors. You know, when you cook with it, it just makes it so much more. All right, I'm gonna stick one in the center and then one at the top. The reason why I'm gonna go ahead and put this on this side, there's no tags, anything to worry about on the back. And so we're just gonna work with the back because we're gonna do some painting tonight. It's rare that we get to paint. That is some strong. You're not lying, darling. What kind of glue gun is that? Melinda, you must be new, girl, because this is my best friend. It is a Ryobi. I got mine on Amazon, which you can buy them on Amazon. Home Depot owns Ryobi, so if you want to buy it in store, you can't go to Lowe's, you have to go to Home Depot. But it's battery operated, girl, cordless. So awesome. The glue gun itself is the same price as going into the store. The glue gun itself is only like $29 and some change, so 30 bucks. But we take these little handles and they're stapled in here, not glued. So we'll get they but I'll tell you, Chris and I were in Home Depot yesterday. And I actually want to get the bigger battery, the sticker, not for my glue gun. Those batteries, you have to get two when you get them. Last about an hour and a half, I would say. Let's see, here it is. I want to get the bigger ones because I bought the skill saw Ryobi and the little jigsaw. And it dies faster when you use, because they really are on the smaller side of the batteries that go for these tools. So I really want to get the bigger batteries. And when we were in Home Depot, I couldn't even find any batteries. So I would say just go ahead and order it off of Amazon. Order you 2 batteries. Don't order one because when it dies, you know, you'll have to, I mean, it only takes 30 minutes to charge, but you'll have to wait. And you don't want to have to pull another glue gun out. That's the whole purpose of having this one. And the charger. The charger's what's expensive. I think the charger was like $40, but the 2 batteries were only like $25. But don't buy the combo on Amazon because for some reason, like one battery, the charger, and the glue gun was like $150. Buy it separate. The glue gun, the 2 batteries, and the charger. Curiosity/nosy. What is he cooking? He is cooking. What do you cook? Your steaks? Ribeye. His grill needs cleaning, so he is inside. Or frying or sauteing something. Hubby is heavy-handed on the black pepper. Yes, he is, but he was...
No, I put some fresh peppers in there to cook with it.
Oh, he put fresh peppers in there, and when he says hot peppers, he means hot. All right, let's see. All right, so we've got these 2 together, and what we're going to do is we're going to paint the sunset. And I don't like the way that at the bottom. I'll put one more. I should have put this one pretty close to the top because it's trying to separate and I really don't want this to separate. Remember, if you're working outside, I do have the Gorilla glue sticks, but if you're doing something like this for outside, I throw a little E6000 on here. So we got our blank canvas. So let me see if I can put you on here. All right, we're not gonna do anything with that yet. We will put our sailboat on here, and we've got a lot of little goodies that I found at the Dollar Tree. But they're shell goodies that I think you can find anywhere. You can find shells at Walmart. You can have your own shells. Let me put these up now. Put my glue gun to the side. Okay, the colors that we're gonna work with, I don't know if you remember the rabbit, and I've got it right here. That we made back in like March for Easter, and we used those beautiful colors. Those are the colors that I want to stick with today. We are going to do one of the sailboats. Y'all like my pajama pants? We are going to use, we're going to do a ship that's 4th of July, and you can, and I'll show you, be interchangeable. Hey, Sin, I'm finally here. See you from North Dakota. All right. Yum, ribeye, my favorite. Yes, he's boiling me some potatoes. Yeah, he peppered it, didn't he? That was my dinner tonight with baked potato and green beans. I know he's boiling me some potatoes, but y'all, bought these beautiful pork chops, and I told him for whatever reason I want a pork chop. I'm kind of sick of steak. You know, when you eat whole foods, you don't get anything mixed. Thank you. Y'all are seeing less of me again today. Thank you so much, Sharon. Okay. First, I think the best thing to do is do us a background on here. And if it was already white, I would say just go for it. But we're actually, ooh. And that one obviously had some black paint. Did I do a bunch of black paint, y'all? Let me get me some good brushes out since we're going to get to do some fun painting. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. And we'll use this one to cover our board. We had prime rib last night. So yummy. You are looking great. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I'm looking a little on the sunburn side though today, right? I usually wear a hat, and I think I noticed about halfway through the day that I did not have a hat on. Now listen, I'm not going to worry about my little line down the center. Hopefully all my painting will take away from that. And probably the sailboat in the center. So right now I'm just painting the background. And I'm going to show you a little trick. When I first started painting, you know, the first thing you always learn to paint are beach scenes. They really are easy. It's really easy to blend. And right now we're just getting this dark off the back, getting this kind of like we got a blank canvas here, so I'm really needing this to be white. So our blue colors, our sand color, all that will come through really well. Thank you. So you look like you've lost more weight. I have. I told you I wanted y'all to see less of me, and you are. But I think it was only like 0.8 pounds. But I'll take it. Only like, I think six more to go to be where I was in November. Before, I don't know what happened. And it's not really the holidays. We didn't get, I think we just started not caring what we were eating, and we were kind of being really lazy over the winter. I still have my COVID fat. Yeah, I guess you could call this, and I probably did it to myself, because I remember saying this summer, I had not lost any weight, but I had not gained any, saying, all these people are talking about COVID weight, and I haven't gained anything. Now I gained 19, like 0.6 pounds in like 4 months. It was crazy. I don't know what I did, but it obviously wasn't a whole lot of moving. Okay, and where are these like little, all right, I think that's gonna do us for right now. Sin, I did crackle on a lamp today, but it didn't crackle for me. What did I do wrong? Lamp had chalk paint on it, and I put the glue on top, then black chalk paint. Now see, I haven't tried chalk paint. Remember, Diane, we talked about that. I had not tried chalk paint. I just used my regular acrylic paint. So evidently you're our guinea pig to say that chalk paint obviously doesn't work. Maybe because chalk paint really lacks the water in it for the glue to pull apart. Because, you know, a chalk paint, I mean, it's that's why you can put it on anything, and crafters like to use it. It's because you don't have to coat, sand anything, it sticks. So, let's see. Oh my gosh, I am all kind of out of whack tonight with the cords. And this needs to be dry. And then we're not going to want it to dry. We don't want to blend. Thanks for the light idea on my birdhouse. Yes, Martha, that birdhouse was so cute. Love lights. Love, love, love lights. I was looking tonight like, can I put lights on my sailboat? And this is soaking it up pretty good because this is actually not really, you know, board. It's that pressed cardboard type stuff. Hello, new here from Dalton, Georgia. I watched some of the replay. Oh, Kathy, I'm so glad. I'm glad you're joining us. She lives carpet. Chris said in Dalton, Georgia. Chris said that's where carpet is. All right. Where's Dalton, Chris, located where we are? All right, I hate when these boards, sometimes they warp on you a little bit. Okay, so let me see if I can get back in here. Okay, I'm going to use some of my tape just so we can determine where our beach and our horizon is. Well, hold on. Where the beach starts, not the horizon, where the beach starts and the water begins. And then we're gonna, all right, let me get my little, need a good little amount up there. So our beach is gonna be smaller. And I would say I'm probably about a third up of this. Oh, it says I got 20% on my phone. But my charger is right there. In a minute, Chris, will you plug it out for me? Oh. And of course and listen, this is not necessary, but it's just gonna give me an idea on
What, your phone?
yeah, on where my beach is gonna start. Well, hold on, let's do the top first, y'all. All right, this is where my beach is gonna start. From North Carolina, hey everybody, Linda from Mississippi. Yes, ma'am, Kathy said. That's where the carpet comes from. All right, so, and let's see if we have enough. See, I like the way that looks like water, but I don't know if I want to use it for this. And then our sailboat, because it'll give off that sparkly, you know, it's just a mat from the Dollar Tree, but it's like this plastic, and in the light, it just gives away this. We'll see how it looks. I'm really hoping we can use it. All right, so the top is gonna be our ocean. Anytime you are painting your sky, I'm gonna bring it down so you can see it a little better in here. And we're gonna actually use a paint palette. And that way, I won't dip my paint in other brushes. This is, believe it or not, this part is easier with your acrylic paint, because chalk paint seems to be a little bit more on the thicker side, and you need it to be flowing. I need a spray bottle up here, but I don't have one. Let's see, where was my, we used it the other day, my blue paint, Chris, navy blue paint. They were right there. And then I used them, hold on, there it is, and put them back in the wrong place. So we're gonna get, and these colors can be anything for you. They can be, but just do 3 shades from a darker to a lighter blue. And this is it's Dixie Belle, but it's called Bunker Hill Blue. This is why my lids stick on here. This is the one thing I do not like about this paint, is they stick, the lids. I mean, you think Waverly can be bad, these can be really bad. Where did you get the beach sign from? These signs were actually just in there every day, but they had home on them. And we put 2 together. Just a home sign. But any you can use for this, you know, it's easy to paint on. You can use poster board, just a plain piece of board. Let's see, okay, we're gonna start off at the top with our dark. And we're just gonna go across. And this is our dark. Y'all, hold on, I did this backwards. Chris. I did it totally backwards, y'all. Do not pay any attention to me. Hold on. Down here.
Pepper got you.
That pepper has got me. I think it's just because I'm tired. They told me not to do a whole lot of work in the yard because then I'd be too tired to craft. All right. So this is the horizon. Then we're gonna grab our next color, same brush. I'm not gonna wash it. And we're just gonna blend it in, and I'm gonna keep going up. And you know what I didn't get out was my white. I can put it on another tray. Because we're gonna have your sky is gonna look a little different than mine because I put that blue at the top. And then we're just gonna keep going. All right, and then I'm gonna grab the color that's my lightest. Same brush, I'm not washing it out. I'm keeping those colors in there. And see how it's going from dark all the way up? And you can come back down if you want to. Come back here and see how it lightens up that. But it's still, you're still blending. If you want it to go back dark, you just grab you a little bit of dark. All right, I'm gonna wet my brush. That's gonna help me a whole lot more. Okay. Now, you see how it's getting lighter. I should not have put that dark up top. So I'm gonna cover it real quick with the lightest blue I have. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go in after I get to the third lightest one. Thank you so much. I'm gonna grab the white. And that is gonna be my highest one. All right. And you have made ocean. Now, see how you can see right here, this brush stroke? That's the stuff you go back in and fix. My fingerprints off of it. But I want to bring a little bit more light in up here. So I'm just grabbing that white. And in some places, I don't care if it streaks a little bit. It's gonna look like it's a sky. We'll bring that light down. Blending, 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 blending. You don't want to leave any paint strokes. All right, there we go. And there's our ocean and our sky. All right, now, we'll bring this just a little bit further down, and we're gonna bring our light into this, because this is your wavy part. This is the wave, the beach. You're not gonna do very much. And there was something I wanted to try right here. All right, bringing our white, bringing our white, bringing our white. Believe it or not, we're gonna do the beach the same way. But there was something I wanted to try right here. You kind of think of this is like your horizon, like this is where we're gonna put our sailboat. And then this is gonna be like the part that, you know, your waves are, you know, crashing. And I thought, I'm using this just good old puffy paint. I don't know if y'all seen that in a while. And I wanted to see if my gun would blow it. If not, I'm just gonna wipe it off. Nope, my gun's not powerful enough, but let's see. My putty knife will. All right, let's see if I got, ooh, I sure got one right here. And all I'm getting is a little putty knife. I was just thinking about adding a little bit of dimension into this, but you don't have to. And I'm just going back and forth. Nothing perfect because, you know, your waves aren't perfect. All right, now I feel like I got too much. So let's put a little bit of this on this edge. I like the fact that it's got that kind of three-dimensional look to it because, you know, the puffy paint is thick. Okay. And I'll show you what I've done. So you can see that it's a little thick. I mean, that it's a little dimensional. See how it's got that kind of frothy wave in it? Have been on a ship going to and from Europe. Looks realistic. Grab, bless your heart now. I'm looking, hold on, you're looking slim. Thank you so much, Lenore. You know, I need to hear that encouragement. It makes me feel good. As long as I don't ever get on the scales and have gained any, every day it makes you feel good too when you get on there, because, you know, I'm a scaleaholic. When you do Whole 30, you're not supposed to get on the scale. It's like a big no-no that I do anyway. And I shouldn't. Let's see. Here's a truffle, but we have that fawn. And I'm really thinking the hazelnut or the fawn is gonna look a lot more like sand than my other one. But maybe we'll mix both of them. Now, we're gonna use this same technique, kind of what we did for the beach. Let me throw that away. That puffy paint will be everywhere. She still hasn't gotten my, Amy, what now? I sent it, well, we talked. I just sent it Thursday or Friday, so I don't know if they're doing on Sunday, but I guarantee you're gonna get it tomorrow. And it's gonna be 2 separate packages, so make sure, you know, like if you get one by some weird chance, you know the post office, don't think you're gonna be getting another one. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of the hazelnut and a little bit of the fawn color. The hazelnut looks a little bit more beachy, but a little colors are a little too clay. A little too much brown, but we can add in it. Okay, now here we're gonna go from darkest to lightest, because you know when sand gets dark, it gets, I'm gonna do the same thing. And I'm gonna mix these colors because I think together it's gonna give me the color that I want, yeah. We're just gonna go straight across and we're gonna start adding our white to it. And it's gonna get lighter and lighter as we go to the bottom or away from the ocean. I'm gonna pull this light back up into that dark and blend them. There you go. And we're gonna make that, once that dries, we're gonna make that, you know, it's not, your waves aren't a straight line, but it's close. So let me put a little bit more dark in there. And sand, the fun thing about sand is you can variate your colors in different places. Like, you know, dab a little bit of this dark and make a, you know, just blend in a little dark place right there. See how like it's dark right there? Go even lighter right here. You know, and leave that like really white place right there. Sand is really easy as far as you don't have to blend it to me as much as the sky, because you know sand just it variates constantly. All right, let me put that bunny back over there with my bunny stuff. Oh my gosh, and I got all this paint out and I don't think I'm gonna need it, but we gonna see. All right. So let me dry that a little bit. You're looking slim and beautiful. Lenore, you're so sweet. Hello from Kentucky. So you're using chalk paint? Yes, I'm using chalk paint, but the only thing I did, you know, like this old puffy paint. Remember we used to, I think this is just old why it's called puffy paint, because I think they call it fabric paint. Yeah, see, it's called like fabric paint now because it's, you know, it puffs up and it doesn't like seep into your material. But you know, when we used to use it a lot, it was called puffy paint. And that's probably how long I've had that. But it seems like when I found it in Walmart and in the Dollar Tree, it said fabric paint. So like over there where maybe you would make your own t-shirt type thing and they have some paint over there, look there. But yes, Amy, I'm using chalk paint. The puffy paint was the white is the only difference. And there is something, it's called medium, and it almost looks like white paint. But if you, I don't think I've ever seen it, a chalk paint medium, but they probably have it. But if you go look where like in the paint where, you know, like an artist would buy paint in the tubes, there's something called medium. And you can add that medium to your chalk paint and it makes it so thick where you can make a, you know, like a layer like we just did with this, like a dimension. It makes it that thick and it's called medium. And I'm sure chalk paint has it somewhere. I've never really been into, you know, the pigments and all that kind of stuff, making paint thicker. I know that Wise Owl paint makes like a salt that you can add to your paint that makes it really thick and it stands up. I think they call it salt. I don't know if it really is salt, but they call it salt. That would look good in my bathroom. Those are my colors, and I have beach stuff in there. All right, we're on t-shirts. Laugh out loud. You know, like when you make your own t-shirt. You know, when you were like in school, you like write your name in that puffy paint. All right. The only thing I'm not really sure how long it's going to take on this puffy paint, and now I'm kind of wishing I wouldn't have used it, if it's going to give me a hassle about drying, because I don't want to burn it, but I don't want to wait a year on it drying either. See, look, it's not even. Carry baby powder in beach strips. When you get ready to leave, wipe your legs and feet off with it. You will get all the sand off, and it doesn't sting to wipe sand away. FYI, I love that, Lynn, because I hate sand. I love the beach, but I despise sand. We need t-shirts, Sins Heifers. Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, see, look, I'm just about burning this, just puffing up because I'm getting it too hot. But let's see about our sailboat, and we'll kind of put that to the side. Okay, so now we've got our beach. We've got our sky, our ocean, our waves, and we got our beach down here. And see how I was saying, you know, you could just put some streaks of dark in there because sand isn't perfect. All right. Oh, man. That wasn't dry. Oh, and I put my finger on it. Why didn't I dry the top, y'all? I'm just taking some water because I really like the I thought everything was dry, but maybe that's because I was worried about down there, because now I'm looking and the top is. Where did you buy your heat gun? Amy, I got my heat gun off of Amazon. They have, you know, heat guns all the way from like $8 up to $35. I think I ended up buying like, this one was like $12, and I debated on with it about that one or the one that was under $10. And I kept thinking, oh, well, you know, I definitely need one that's more powerful. But when you think about it, I mean, try that. I need to just go ahead and buy the $8 one and try it for y'all, because when you're just sitting here drying a project, you don't need some souped up, because you'll burn your paint. I mean, this one's perfect, but probably if I had a smaller one, it would do the same thing. Because you're always, especially when you're crafting with them, you're doing something small. Just a bit of information. The reason why heat guns were made was to strip paint. So that's why when you see somebody that's got one like with a trigger and all that, they really have the gun that strips paint back. It's too powerful for crafts. But a lot of people like them. I mean, you have to hold it back, but it will probably dry your crafts faster. But you're more likely to hurt your craft too, because they really are too powerful, because they're meant to strip paint, not to dry it. So like I said, smaller in this case will do the same thing. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to set this to the side, and we're going to work on our sailboat. And here, we'll do this one. And this sailboat, I started, I got my pink and shears, is in 3 parts. And we're actually going to do 3 parts to it. Now, this little sand dollar isn't too bad, but, you know, it looks like a piece of that like little foam stuff. So, not too bad, and it looks like it was a sticker. So, that's the only thing that I think on here. And not that I don't like the beach part, but I am wanting to cover the top with fabric and a painting technique. So I'm actually going to cut these, y'all, because we're going to put pieces behind them to make them, and this is actually one whole piece, but this little like corrugated paper, I actually want to leave that on this piece, so when we paint it, it'll give it that effect. But I need to pull it back a little bit so I can cut it. And y'all, these scissors right here have had a workout today. I had to take them outside to cut the big 4-inch drainage pipe to our French drains. And it cut right through it. And, you know, Chris will laugh because I'm like, where are my scissors? And I go run them over like, yeah, I cannot lose these scissors. What if I can't find any more? All right, I'm just doing that back a little bit so I can cut it. And like I said, don't panic. We're gonna put this back together. We're just gonna make it a little dimensional, so it looks more like a real sailboat. Okay, so let's put that down. All right, gone to the beach. I really kind of like the beach part, but I don't care about like the gone to. So, let's see if I can just get some of this white right here and get a little bit of that covered up. That's going to be beautiful, Sin. Thank you, Amy. Has anybody heard anything about this? You're going to need a 3rd shot? Or is that just something, you know, somebody like they're saying there may be like a 3rd shot that's coming out, that you need to go get a 3rd shot? I mean, for Mimi, I've got to call and ask about that because, you know, rumors are rumors and things get started and you don't know how they start. And please don't repeat that I said it because I don't know. I was just curious if that was just something. Is it better than the hairdryer? Yes. Because a hairdryer is so strong and it tends to blow all of your things around on your table. It's louder, especially for me for this live. And the heat gun is more concentrated. So, you know, and you don't have to use it as long. So I would suggest a heat gun, but if you've got a blow dryer, use it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, if you're, like, I'm all into speed and want to finish something really fast. All right. I got this muslin and I really want to just put this on here. Muslin, canvas, you know, whatever you want to call it. But that's the reason why I painted it behind it, because, you know, this stuff is not thin, but if there was a word or anything, I think you would be able to see it on there. Okay, and I think I'm just gonna glue it down. I mean, we could always, no, that'll come through if I don't Mosh Podge it down. I heard that the Magnolia will be 3 shots. Okay, 3rd in the fall. Yes, I heard you may like a booster shot because of the other viruses that are out there. Yes, also said we may have to have a booster each year. Hey girl, your numbers keep growing. Everybody wants to see how sunburned I am because I'm sunburned. All right, so let me grab one of these paintbrushes over here, and it's all in the same order. And y'all, I'm gonna put this down on here, but I am not going to put glue on the top of my fabric. I think it's thin enough, and I think it's gonna grab it enough. All right. So let me get a good little pair of scissors. And it's like a booster shot, something like the flu shot we get every year. Oh, okay. Let me see. This corner. Now stay down, my little friend. The only reason why I wouldn't use hot glue is you tend to see it through it. Like, you know, it'll hump and... What is going on? It's not getting it wet enough. I'm gonna have to put it on top of it. All right. Never mind. It's not wanting to stick. Unless I wet it down. Crazy, little crazy. Did you ever put vinegar on your sunburn? If it hurts a lot, I put vinegar in my bath when I get in there, but I didn't even realize I was sunburned until I came inside. But yes, it does help take the sting out of it. Listen, I'm a freckled, haired, I always burn though first when I get out in the sun. I hate that. And then I won't again. I mean, I can get red. I'm trying to do this really fast, y'all, so. And I actually kind of want it to fray on the ends. That's the best thing about decoupaging, when you do napkins and stuff, how you can sand off the edges. Fabric, not so much. Trying to get this excess off so I can see. And my dirty table is... Alice is very cooling, and aloe. Why am I saying Alice? Aloe is very cooling and works. Yeah, I have the aloe kind of with the medicine in it, the blue kind, and we keep it in the refrigerator because, like I said, and I knew, you know, y'all see me, I'm so good about putting my hat on, but I think Chris and I ran to the store and I had my sunglasses on, so when we came home, we just started working and I just had my sunglasses on. So I don't know if you could tell at one point how I've got like raccoon eyes. And then when I got on the tractor and started cutting, like doing my little tractor digging, I wanted to see it really well, and I took the sunglasses off, thank goodness. There's no telling right now what I would look like if I had not taken them off. Is it fabric, Mod Podge? I don't know. I've never used like a... When I always did, let's see, water-based glue, sealer, and finish. That's the only thing it says on the back. But this is what I've always used, even when I fabric Mod Podge my stuff on plates. I'll have to look. Because I know when I use this matte finish, it will not cloud. I mean, it's not cloudy on my glass plate. But use on most surfaces, non-toxic supply, sealer. Says you can use it on most surfaces. says cure time 4 weeks. Really? What would you be curing for 4 weeks? Oh yeah, Debbie, I do that. Probably just because I'm not like Chris, Buffy. I had sunspots on my face growing up from the sun. You know, Mama obviously didn't know anything in the 70s and the 80s. Well, my mama had 5 girls, so if we got sunblock on us, we were probably lucky. But my girls are like Chris. They don't burn. They get tan. But I was paranoid from having sunspots on my face, so I was that mama that even though my little kids would get so dark, I was putting 70 on my kids. I can remember a mama once in a class, their child was real fair-skinned, and they sent them to school with like 30 or something to put on. And I was like, listen, I put 70 on my kids and they don't burn. You need to buy something more than 30. Okay. The center's going to take a second. So here's one of ours, and it's got that light because the center is not completely dry. All right. You know me, I wanted to put burlap on it, but we got to keep this beachy. I can't go all farmhouse. Chris, look, 135. I know Chris would get on there and go, holy. You know, my husband and his liking to say bad words. Okay. Now this, we're going to bring in, let's see which color I like better. The sea foamy or the darker. Let's go a little bit more with the sea foam. Which, hold on, why am I opening this? Don't I have some over here? Or did I not use sea foam? No, I did not use sea foam. I used Pool, the light Pool of Waverly. But this sea glass is Dixie Belle. And it was one of the colors we used on the rabbit thing. So this, I'm gonna paint this textured piece. It's got this like corrugated paper on it. And I like that. I just don't want it, you know, just white. Be really pretty if you were doing this and you had a cookie sheet. You know, that great Dollar Tree I told you yesterday. Chris and I ran to Augusta and I went in there. They had the kebab trays with the holes in them, but they didn't have any regular cookie sheets because ours is out of everything. They don't even have regular. Push that too far over. They don't even have like regular tin to make a casserole. They're just, ours is out of everybody. I'm like, y'all need to get some shipments in. Okay. So I like that color. I don't know if you can tell, but it says it's sea glass. It looks really pretty up against that. And I don't know now, you know, I'm really starting to not like. I feel like, what if it gets blocked? No, I like it. I like it up against the blue. I think I just don't like it against this piece of paper. And I'm really liking the beach. And I'm almost wanting to put white in it. Put white on it. Hold on for just a second. It's supposed to be some kind of birch or something looking. Sharon, you picking up some of Chris's bad habits now. All right. Yeah. Not that I don't like beach, but I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want words on stuff. Is that wrong? If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. And it's weird I say that because I'm one of those people that love monogram. I like my initials on. Lord, if I could put my initials on everything. And that's so out of date, I think. I think I can still see it through it just a little bit. Our store are almost bare, seems like. I believe it is because of the ship that was stuck in the canal. Oh, I hadn't even thought about that, and that probably is it. Still haven't went to Hobby Lobby in over a month, y'all. Easter, I'm safe from Easter. What do they have out? What are some of the things they have out? Must have just been me. Weather is not good here right now. Oh, Debbie, it was beautiful here today. It had been cool. Friday and Saturday were a little bit cooler here. Okay, yeah. The reason why I want it white is because right where we'll put this ship is where the water is the darkest on our little boat here. Okay. All right, I think that's gonna be good. And let's see. Let's take out our rope. All right, the white nautical rope. Now, I did get mine from the Dollar Tree, but you know this rope, I mean, I think you can even get this rope at Tractor Supply. So, I'm gonna put it a little past my tape. Always paranoid that that's gonna come undone. And start unraveling. We'll put a little glue on the inside of the 3 little strings. I think that's a barrette. Hey, had some Easter red, white, and blue things. Huh? Beret? Huh? Okay. Remember, we're making our sailboat a little dimensional. I think that if you did jute, and remember you can, jute is, you know, a fabric, you can paint it. So like if you wanted to make a regular jute more nautical, just put it on there and paint it white. Okay. Now, I always tell y'all what I do is usually cut my rope of any kind at an angle, kind of like you would like mitering wood. And then you cut this one at an angle. And then you kind of blend them together. Hold on, let me put some glue. And we can blend that way. Because technically you shouldn't see where it starts and stops on your project. And of course I put it right up here at the top. So I'm hoping we did that neat enough where, whoops, we can get the glue webs off of them where you can't really tell. But if it starts to come apart, just, you know, put a little glue on it. me tape up this end before it starts coming all unravel. The first time my daughter seen me sunburn, she had a field day because she never seen me like that. But she passed away in October way too soon. She always seen me brown. Oh, Sandy, I'm so sorry. Where did you get the boat? I got it from the Dollar Tree. It is something new. And I had to go like to a good Dollar Tree to get them. They look like this when you start. This is the one that was darker blue. And ours was white at the bottom with like a little birchy. So it's got like a little birchy wood, in there. So they had two different colors. If they had more than that, I'm getting it like really picked over. Okay. There's that. And then our little bit at the bottom. What? That we got a little humpy hump right there. Okay. Now when we put it on our board, we're gonna add our little tiny blocks behind them. I mean, if you have Jenga blocks, you can use those. I have not seen Jenga blocks, even in that big store that I went to. I didn't hunt really long for them, but I didn't see any. But let's see how this puffy paint's doing. It looks like it's doing better. Let's move these pieces. Okay. When we put our boat on here, we're gonna put our boat back together, but we're not gonna like use paint sticks and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna use our little blocks, and I think I may have some Jenga blocks, so let's see how that's gonna work. I'm thinking about just doing this just a little bit off the ground. And then we can do these. Hold on, this one goes over here. Okay. All right. So we're gonna use two Jenga blocks because I want to make these multi-dimensional, so, and not the same dimensions. If that, I guess that's just the word for it, multi, meaning different. So I'm just doing two pieces of that flat, because that's only going to be a little above the water. And I need to put it closer to the wave, the top of the wave. Okay, like so. It's supposed to snow in Oklahoma Tuesday. I'm so ready for planting here. Oh man, I think there's something in your hair about the level of your chin. It's probably my clamp. Is it that? I may see something. I don't know. All I know is there ain't any gray in it right now. I wash that out. Hold on. I think I see the mirror is messing me up. Oh, yep. Just a little piece of fuzz. Okay. So let's put our first one on here. I'll put this one on here first. And we're going to use some of our little blocks. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be perfect. It's just a little bit thicker and I'm gonna put these not so close to the edge because you don't wanna see them. This is probably way overkill, but I don't want it popping loose on us. All right, so I got that. So we're gonna stick that on here like so. Okay, there you go, our next one. And I'm worried about like my little seams here, is it gonna look bad, because they're above it? If so, I can put like one piece of rope at the top. That'll be fine. But, see, I kind of want that. I think I may do Jenga blocks over here to let that be a little bit further back from it, from this too. Let's see. Or I can make it more. Won't you love? Like, it's like working with Legos. Oops. I don't think I did that piece straight, so now I've got to do that one a little cattywampus. Yes, I like that. Okay, so let me stick my little pieces of this to my Jenga block. And let's get one more. Oh, and I had a little dot out for that one. Okay. Now, I got webs everywhere. Okay. So stick this one right here. Stick this one right here. And this one on the inside. I got webs. I got little, what do you call it? Spider webs everywhere. Okay. Now remember, I want that part to line back up. Let me see if you can see it. Yeah. And maybe I'll pull this down a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this down a little bit over the boat. So when you're looking at it straight on, you won't see that there's a gap in between there. Okay, so I'm gonna put my glue on the length of each one of those. Okay, and while this is drying, I wanted to take this out and let you see that, you know, ocean, the colors that we used on here are really basic. So you really can make your sailboat any color. So you could take yours and do white. You already have your blue. You can do like a red, white, and blue for the 4th of July. I'm gonna do this one, you know, just beachy theme. But I wanted to tell you that, you know, if you want to do two things, like a summer theme and 4th of July, you can paint your colors anyway. On this right here, we could put like USA. You know, that's still patriotic, and you know, you don't have to use the red, white, and blue. So, you know, you really can, especially if you live by the ocean, you can mix and match your, you know, everyday crafts with a holiday. So right now, that's where we're looking at. If you look at it from the side, see, there are multiple dimensions to it. And you can see those, but from the front, you can't see it. I put this one just a little bit lower above the white so you wouldn't see the line. And I really, 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 really love that. I think it turned out good. First, we need to do a little bit at the bottom of our white. And I guess I can put some more of this. I really don't want to put any more of that puffy paint on there. Thank you so much, Debbie. Can you send this ship to me along with Johnny Depp? Really, I love that movie. But I was always more of an Orlando Bloom lover in those movies. Okay, and I'm just fading my white in here, and I've got to blend a little bit where I'm adding. Here we go, and we need to bring in a little bit more blue right there. Now I'm just blending, y'all, from a beach. my waves. I don't want them to all be dark or light. Okay. But I found some little goodies now that we're done with it. I went to have my hair done. I wanted something different, but not real different. So I asked for a little silver mixed in my gray. Girl, it was purple. I'll just stick to my gray, but since everything mine's been going on with me is white. Mahala, white is good. Y'all, I had this little stuff that looked like coral that we're gonna try. And I had, oh, here's my bucket full of goodies. Look, found this at the Dollar General. This is like little pieces of driftwood. Okay. Found this, and y'all, somebody had went through the ribbon at this Dollar General like somebody was taking food from them forever, because it was like scattered everywhere. Look at these little seahorses. Okay, this is what I'm hunting for. Yeah, they went through it like somebody was coming to get them, and I was like, you know, gosh, I bet somebody lost a finger or something in the middle of all that. Oh gosh, Bert, you scared me. I didn't know who that was. Don't be coming in here messing with my baby. Where's my baby?
Jake?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fixing to take him home.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to take him tonight.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm fixing to say he don't like going to your house. He won't even follow us on the golf cart over there. He stays in the yard and looks at us like, I'm not going back there.
No, he loves it over here. I'm just stealing a cup or something to drink out of.
It should be right in front of you. All right, so we're gonna make a cute little messy bow. Bert, you want to come and say hey to all these single ladies on here?
Oh, ma'am.
Come on.
Hey, single ladies, how y'all doing? Have a nice night.
Chris's friend's Bert's here, y'all, and he's looking for a single lady.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he is.
No, I'm not. Ever again.
He's talking about no, not ever again. All right, y'all, I just happened to find this in the Dollar General, and it wasn't even like, I don't think it was where it was supposed to go. So I can't tell you where to look, but it's like all like little pieces of, I guess supposedly driftwood, and looks like some dried up ginger or something. Y'all, Bert is he is the owner of Jake. His son is, who was here today and didn't even come see Jake. So I know they're not taking my baby home. Looks like you got some sun today, Diane. I did. Boat is usually named after a woman. Ooh, yeah. Isn't it like unlucky if you don't name them after a woman? Okay, we're gonna put a little piece of this driftwood on here. And I don't know if I glued it in the right place. And I'm gonna do a little cluster. You know, I'm weird about wanting to make something seem realistic. So, you know, you wouldn't just find like Ricky Rack, you know, down there. I'm gonna kind of do like it's like a dune, you know, like a little, not dune, but it came up, and this is just, you know, it's like a, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, y'all. It's Sunday. I've been working in the yard all weekend. I'm tired. Okay. And I'm gonna hang this up. So, oh, you know what, this will look really pretty. So, see, I just did like a little cluster in the corner. And then, in that cluster, this, I can't remember where I found this, y'all, but it's almost like little beads. I kind of want to put like it's like this tree over here, even though I know there really wouldn't be any kind of like little tree right there. But hold on, see what I'm going for. Yeah, okay. And I'm hiding the little end behind my picture. Now, these are really cute. I found these. And like I said, these people went through this stuff like, I think they thought Armageddon was coming. I know that everybody's wanting to craft and all that, but my gosh, stuff was everywhere. I even bought, the ribbon I bought was already open. Like somebody opened it, looked at it, and thought, and just threw it back down. I kind of want to get this off of here without breaking it or getting my hot glue gun out, but it's like a little wooden. And remember, we had the little paper light one on there. So we're going to put that one there. And they came on these cute little clothespins that I'm going to keep with the other ones. There's 6 in a pack. Work smarter, not harder, Cynthia. Really don't want to get that hot. That. Let's see, how are we doing on time? I don't see it. So I'm going to use 3. They had seahorses too, which I love. Seahorses is kind of one of my favorite, but I need something a little bit round to go on here. And these little sailboats. And y'all be so proud of me. I got 1 of each. Okay. So I don't know if you can see that. We put little starfish, they're just little wooden starfishes. And they're in kind of that pool color. The pool color that's in the background. So it adds another sea color to this. All right, so we've got that. Let me put this back up. And last, they had little starfish. I'm sure they're made, they feel like they're real, but they're not real. I don't know what they're made out of, but they're surely not real. They're mass produced somehow, but they kind of got some weight to them. I kind of want to put it on my little cluster over here. Well, no, we'll put it separate. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the edge. And you get 3 in the pack. And they did have a sand dollar, but I'm not gonna use that. I don't know if I even brought them out here. Yeah, here they are. They did have some sand dollars. I like the way you think, making it realistic. I like you also. I am like you also. Thank you, Sophia. So it's the same thing. They feel pretty heavy. I don't know what the stuff is made out of. It looks like it, but they didn't find that many starfish that perfect. So I don't know what it's made out of, but it's pretty, they've got some weight to them. Okay. So we've got our little coral stuff kind of on it, which I'll probably Oop, is that piece trying to fall? Probably tuck that in so it doesn't hang out so far. We've got our driftwood, our little piece of, now remember, everything we've gotten so far is from the Dollar Tree. Aren't we impressed? Except the Dollar General. All right, so of course I really kind of want to make this little tiny messy bow on the top of it, but now I'm thinking, where did I put my ribbon? Did I stick it all back in here? Because I'm sure I'm losing my mind. Let me put some of my paint up. Maybe I'll find it. It's probably under here. Nope. Where did you get them? I got them from the Dollar Tree. But it was at this super Dollar Tree, where now, when they're like a super Dollar Tree, some things could be $3 and some things could be $5. I think it's rare. Still, all the crafting stuff is $1. They didn't change the price of anything. Like, you know, not all of a sudden now Jenga blocks are $3. Nothing really changes. It's just they had bigger items like, let's see, they had bird houses that were kind of significant size to them. Then like the little tiny bird houses you buy, they kind of were like that. They were $5. Let me make this where it's gonna stay on here. Because I don't want it hanging off too far, because I feel like over time it'll start drooping if I don't make it. Sin found the driftwood near the charcoal. It's for a fire starter. Huh? No, mine was like, there's no way. That was purely decorative. Really? Well, it looks like driftwood. Yeah, it says driftwood on it. And it was just $1. But, so, I mean, well, maybe you can start a fire with it. But it was in a place like with the frames and stuff where I think it was in a location it wasn't supposed to be. Could be made out of plaster, yeah, something heavy like that. Or hell, they could probably like grind a whole bunch of shells up and make a plaster from real shells, because you know they have to find stuff all the time to do with like oyster shells and things like that. All right, so if I can find where my puffy paint, where I put the cute little ribbon. Maybe did I put it back in this bucket when I was putting everything back in here? No. Y'all, only me in a 2-foot area up here could lose something. Oh, here they are. Oh, I was putting them over here to get them out of my way. Okay. So I've got just a plain white, and I'm almost out of it, so I really wanted to use that up. Look at that, getting something off my ribbon wall. Now, I brought this in because it kind of goes with the, let's see. It kind of goes with the canvas we used. Now this is like, now Dollar Store, now it's not wired or anything, but it's got like little seahorses on it. I like this color. it goes with it. And the little seahorses are different colors. There's a white, a seafoam green, and almost something between a green and a yellow. So we're gonna use it. This is the one that I picked up, y'all. Look, and it was all unwound, like somebody had just went through it like, you know, girl, I gotta get this. A Super Dollar Tree, where at? It was in Augusta, Georgia. But I'd heard someone say on one of my other crafters that I watched that a Dollar Tree was coming and they were gonna call them like Super Dollar Trees or something like that, where some things would be $3 and some things would be $5. Believe it or not, your craft stuff, besides like if you want to do like woodworking or something, was all still $1. But now this is like a blue and it actually has sailboats on it. Everything that, but like, and that's been a long time ago that I heard, I mean like back in the fall. So I was like, well, you know, maybe that was just talk of something they were gonna do. But sure enough, I didn't even realize it until I turned the corner and I started seeing these like little signs saying, you know, $3, you know, $5, you know, like I guess they're letting you know, listen, you know, don't get up here and be angry because it's going to be more money. So they were like, you know, telling people, you know, having these little signs up. They have like a little lollipop topiary I bought. Topiary. That was $5. But I thought it was worth, you know, $5. Not to have to buy like the pot, all the stuff in it, and it's already ready to go. I can just stick my little lemons in it for my table, but I'll show y'all that tomorrow. All right, I've got some seafoamy, some sailboat navy blue. Stick some of this in there. Stick that white in the center. Let's do the seafoamy again. I want to end up with the sailboats on the front since it is a sailboat. And we're probably going to cut this down. Let's see. Excellent. I love this. It's beautiful. They are making the one on Peach Orchard a super one too. All right. And y'all, I wish shipping wasn't so much because I would get it and send it to you. But I mean, something that costs like a couple of dollars when I send it to you costs me like $5 to send it to you. It's crazy. I'm like, listen, it's just a little tiny envelope. They don't care. I don't know, this is cute. I like these colors. I need to live at the beach. Somebody that lives at the beach, can I come live with you? All right, let me make the little sailboat shorter. So we get to put a little bow like front and center. And I'm starting to think, do I want to hang this up or do I want to, it'll match my bedroom perfect. So we're going to put this right on the top. They send, what will I find? The driftwood near the charcoal, maybe in the Dollar General near me had it in the wrong spot. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's where they had, listen, you don't know. They could have got it in and somebody that doesn't craft or, you know, like some probably teenage little young guy probably was like, you know, well, this is wood. What would you do? Set it on fire? You know what I mean? Like, they don't know. Some people don't know, so that's maybe where they put it. Mine was where the frames were, so I assumed it was decoration, you know, because they had little bags of shells, but that it wasn't near that. So, like I said, I think they put it in the wrong place. Speaking of sending, I haven't received my package yet. Hopefully this week. Nancy, I would have sent her. I sent everybody's off except Amy's a long time ago. What were you supposed to get, Nancy? I mean, and surely they would have sent something back to me by now. Unless the post office is taking a long time. Yes, we still need to plan a condo trip. Yes, we do. Yeah, and see, Sharon, I would have sent your... See, that's what I'm saying. I think the post office is taking a long time. Because Amy's was the only one that went out kind of late. And Joyce Gaddis... Because there's no L in it. Is it just Gaddis? Because she didn't give me her zip code. And it was the zip code that I wrote on it when I got in there. She said, it's not pulling this up. So I got to go back in there and do... hopefully it's somebody else. And I'm going to say... I'm sure she knows her own address. It pulled it up on Google. But she was saying that it wasn't. Okay. I love it, y'all. I love it. We got our little driftwood. Piece of that, our sailboat, and it's all like really dimensional. We can just do it like a little lean-to. I think it would be really cute if you did something like this. Did like a little shell border or something. I don't know, you didn't say. Laugh out loud, Nancy. Listen, if you don't get anything by the end of the week, tell me and I'll send you something. But I'll go back and look at my paperwork because I would have sent everybody's out long enough. But it's surprising y'all were saying you're just getting them because it would have been well over a week ago that I sent them. And because it's a package, it had to go priority mail. So if priority mail takes that long, then bless us all. This is so real looking, very nice. Love it, love it. You need me playing other water. Hold on, you need me playing other water. Yeah, the post office seems to be having an issue, I think. I had a package from someone else that took almost 3 weeks for me to get, and then they lost part of it. Yeah, I love it. I like these colors. I think it's going to go in my room. It's not a beachy room, but it's all beachy colors. But, ooh, and I didn't glue that back down after we kind of took it up to cut it. So it's trying to flip up on me. That's pretty. Watching made me feel better. Got my mind off of feeling bad. Angelique, I'm so sorry for feeling bad. I hope you get a good night's rest. I know Monday's tomorrow. Everybody hates Mondays. I love Mondays. Monday's my day off. And Chris and I have got to head to Augusta and get mulch. And then I'm going to take a picture and show y'all all our hard work this week. We got the whole bed planted, all of our French drains done. And we even got like the little black edger thing you put up that helps your mulch. So all we have to do is tarp tomorrow, which we have. Put my irrigation down, and then we have to go pick up. We got to go to Augusta to get the mulch. They don't have black mulch here at our store. We got to go to Augusta. Jenga blocks, do you want me to send you some? No, Nancy, I've got one package left and I really haven't been using them that much, but thank you so much. The scissors you have, do they cut wood? Yes, not very thick. It will cut a lot of stuff. It cut like a 4-inch pipe today, but it's that like plastic pipe. I love these scissors, WISS. I bought mine in a package. Like they had like a screwdriver or something else, you know, like those like little Father's Day like package or Christmas package. Loved it. But I did buy, and I can't remember who it was, loved my scissors and I always wanted to use them. And I bought them ones just by themselves. So I'm hoping that you can still get them. But you have to go over into the tool section in any hardware store, you know, Lowe's, Home Depot, your local hardware stores. You go over in probably where the tin snips are. Things like that. Tin snips and this are probably on about the same level. But I love them. when I lose them, it'll hurt me because I have had them for probably 15 years. Probably since we've lived in this house, I've had them. Everyone late tonight. You are looking good. Thank you so much. I feel better. You're seeing less of me. But thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow night.